Alright guys, today I'm only making 2 videos for today because I have other stuff planned for today. Anyways, let's see. Okay, as we see here, like I said, we have a lot of bandits in the area. Like there was a this guy just was survival of a battle, and yeah, as we can see here, as you can see here, and not a lot of things is happening. Not a lot of good things though. As you can see here, a lot of bandits are sent to the area. So if there's any human beings who want to fight, they gotta mess around with these bandits. I see, but these bandits are sometimes sent by mercenaries. Like one time, Hurricane wanted to assassinate the king of Blaba, so he sent out a small mercenary to attack. And let's just say it was these mercenary assassinations are destroyed Laba. Look at that. So yes, and that caused the country of Alba to wall themselves away from that, so he doesn't have to worry. Luckily he can do this. Sometimes that might separate them. Meanwhile, there's a lot of bears. There's bears attacks sometimes. Mostly in the forest, you can tell here we have lots of, and they're known for, and due to their murderous tendency in one of the colonies owned by Ishi, they don't really like to do stuff. But even sometimes yeah. Meanwhile, while that's happening, we have a lot of there's a battle in the rich area from Ishi, of course, there are alliance, but which is like Thunder Bond, and mostly because they need to live. Like this guy needs to live, or else because our bandits will come. And bears attack. Well, that's happening. There's a lot of barren lands that are also amidst. We even have some. As we see here, we're starting a new series called the Wildlife series, and now it will be not part. Yes. And yeah, as we can see here, I see here people in the barren wasteland probably get attacked by people, and that brought in some soldiers to attack. That's why some people make walls to wall themselves in. For example, in the barren wasteland of Drain, which is actually the main, which is Drain, which is the Great Two, created this wall to protect themselves from any attacks. After hearing an attack from one of the villages nearby, from not bear attacks but bandits, which often set out bloody battles. And they said, but there's going to be bandits heading to there. So without warning, he closed out the walls, and the bandits did come. They come in many ways, and they tried their best to shoot, but luckily their military was superior. Meanwhile, while that's happening, there's a bandit group called there's this small bandit group known as there's this small bandit group of mercenaries that are sent in a rich land, which is going to be very hard, to attack realm of Wu, which they did. Okay, they did do that, but they were easily overwhelmed due to realm of Wu's military power. Ichi's son was sent also one time sent a mercenary, sent out bandits to Great Tools other colony due to doesn't want them to stay walled in. By the way, worms don't exist. And we can tell that it did some damage to it. Meanwhile here, some people, one of the Roman issues, big colony ran for independence, and independence they got. So in anger of Roman issue, they sent out a mercenary to kill out the two kings, and this is what it looks like. As you see here, the bandits. As you see here, they send out small bandits to attack this area. You know, these areas. Actually, they only managed to kill one. Meanwhile, let's focus less on the. We still have a lot of cows in the area that were, gone haywire, and luckily they were saved and created the kingdom, but obviously frozen. What obvious did got frozen by some random people due to the freezing temperature out there. So that makes like you either be buried or non-barren. I see here Abu. I know there's still bandits in this area, and Abu doesn't really like that. So after doing some rephasing to the area, he's ready not to open his borders. He wondered if his friends are alive, and yet he was shocked. The entire thing was destroyed, and they technically own this entire island. Meanwhile, this is where all the bandits live. We have, as we see here, the city Lapu-Lap, the Ilapsan, a lot of runaways from different areas around the world, decided to run away. Some kings, yes, a lot of kings that are trying to run away. Actually, some kings because they cause war crimes, and some armies, and they were and they ran away to this island, which this is. Where they start. Where they got attacked by bears for obvious reason, and luckily managed to spend their lives. Now the problem is that there's a lot of things going around. As you can see here, there's different countries, and these countries often kill. Literally, this thing called cloning. They clone their own genes, and they obviously do this for reasons like military, but mostly because they want to overpower They want to destroy the bandit. So while they're cloning the new soldiers to fight in battle, they also want to attack each other. So they usually send clones to attack their own countries. And yet I say, yep, there were wars in this area. But luckily they did send some soldiers to attack. And they're called mercenaries. And that's how bandits were created. And that's it today, bye.